So if the government is actually interested in bringing down or in eliminating undocumented migrant workers, then one of the ways of doing it is eliminate all middlemen, eliminate the private employment agencies and all labor brokers. This is the best way of doing it because the corruption is taking place in the context of labor brokers, in the context of private agencies, private employment agencies, and also, the middlemen. This has to be eliminated. I've already made the argument here. It has to be eliminated. That's number one. Number two, Malaysian government is signing memorandum of understanding with different countries. But that agreement, nobody knows. In that agreement, it says, normally, say for example, Malaysia has an agreement with, say, Bangladesh. Malaysia has an agreement with Nepal. And in that agreement, it will say how much the migrant worker in Nepal or Bangladesh have to pay to come to Malaysia. But unfortunately, nobody sees that agreement. Nobody sees the agreement. The workers don't see the agreement. The Malaysian employers don't see the agreement. It's only made available to the labor brokers. So therefore, when the labor brokers who are bringing the workers here charge Malaysian employers as well as their own workers who are coming here exorbitant fees. So this also has to be made public in order for transparency and no corruption in this area, though. And third, the most important way of removing corruption in the migration of workers, or bringing in migrant workers into Malaysia, is to go back to the 11th Malaysia Plan. The 11th Malaysia Plan clearly states the target. That means the migrant workers can only constitute 15% of Malaysia's workforce. It is said in the 11th Malaysia Plan. Okay? And by 2020, the Malaysian government must reach the 15% target. And therefore, the Minister in charge of Home Affairs and the Deputy Prime Minister, Ahmad Zahid Hamidi, has to explain why it is not moving, what is the progress from moving from the Home Affairs Ministry to the Human Resources Ministry. Because that way, you can solve corruption. Because Al Jazeera was clearly pointing out that the government servant, that means the employer, the person who's issuing the license, the permits, are working hand in hand with labor brokers. And they showed evidence. If you see the Al Jazeera documentary, it shows they are actually having a conversation. It clearly shows the nexus of corruption between government officers and the labor brokers, the middlemen.